Hello everyone, this is Tanya here from EduTV and I welcome you all to an exciting session today on EduTV where we bring you an inside discussion on a topic that resonates not only students, parents and even educators alike, that is seamless transition from schools to universities. And I'm honored to have with us Mrs. Rohini Aima, the principal of Jammu Sanskriti School Jammu, a distinguished educationist who has been shaping young minds with her visionary leadership. Welcome to the program, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, ma'am. Guiding us today for the conversation as the moderator of the session, we have with us Mr. Ankit Garg, the Director Outreach at the World University of Design, Sonipat, who brings with him a deep understanding of higher education and students' aspirations. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you so much, Tanya. Good to host Professor Rohini.
Thank you so much, sir. Without further ado, I would request Ankit ji to please take over the conversation forward.
So, welcome, ma'am, first of all, to the podcast. I'll start with my first question. Like, when we talk about the seamless transition of students from schools to colleges, what do you believe are the biggest gaps which the students face, and how can, as schools, address those gaps?
Yeah, good afternoon. See, since NEP 2020, I believe, has done away with the compartmentalization of the subjects. It's barrier free, the child can pick up the subjects. But what I feel right now, the schools and the universities and the colleges, there is a gap. Because if I talk about the child talks about non-medical subjects and he wants to opt history with this physics, or say with chemistry wants to take say geography. But then when they are going to seek admissions in the higher education, somewhere the colleges do not have the options right now, I feel so, because as I believe the school is a very very protective environment, and here the structured kind of learning goes on, where students are monitored and they are mentored very closely by the teachers on even moral values, on the time management in the classes and everything, because they're very protected kind of environment in the schools. But when they are moving to higher education, and if they are not having the kind of mentorship which they need, because it's a landmark milestone for them, change from school to higher education. So what I feel in the schools right now, we as educators need to incorporate, you can say, the kind of life skills which they need to negotiate when they go to the colleges. And more importantly, those life skills are especially the adaptability to the new environment, adaptability to the new peer set of students, and adaptability to the time management and the self motivation, because again they will be independent, they'll be away from the homes. Most of the cases, very few are there who are studying in their own hometowns, and when they are independent suddenly after a very protected environment, then they need a kind of orientation, the kind of mentorship where they don't go haywire, and they are self motivated, self directed to do the right things, pick up the right subjects, and manage their life independently in a very very correct and disciplined manner. So for all that, we as school leaders here, I'll give my example. We have already incorporated the internship programs for our class 12th. Earlier colleges used to do for them, but we at school at Jammu Sanskriti, we have already incorporated internship for class 12th. Right from last 2 years, they go for 15 days internship to the industry, so that they have the industry interface also. Whatever subjects they want to pick up in the college, they should know that what the implications of that subject will be for them. Because at times, what happens, my personal experience, I would like to share that children pick up the subjects in 11th and 12th based on probably their peer pressure or parental, pressure, and very few are there who actually want to pursue that subject. But I have seen in last 2 years, suppose a child has taken up science stream, but once they are going to actually to the internship programs, they work there for a few days, some of them have come back to me that we want to switch to the other subjects, because that they found that while they were working, they realized that after our college or when they pick up some profession, they might not be happy pursuing that career. So that's a very insightful, learning for me also, because children at that moment only they try to understand that what they are studying will be different once they go for their professional life. So I think that gap between the school and the higher education will be filled up, I believe, by more of industrial exposures, the more of, guest lectures, the more of interface between the students of school and the university, more of probably the summer camps for them in the universities and the colleges, so that they actually live there maybe for 1 week and they understand how they are going to manage their own lives, first of all, how they are going to have the social development in that setup, and how they will be, taking up the subject which see them through in their professional life, so that ultimately they are happy individuals.
So yes, as you have pointed out very rightly, indeed there is a huge gap, as in the school curriculum is very structured, and when they move to a university, then there is a more of a self-directed nature of learning, right?
Yes.
Yeah, as far as internship programs are concerned, they do provide as a filler for students, and we as a university also offer such internships to school students as well. Anyhow, ma'am, I move to my second question, that how do schools are preparing students both academically and emotionally for life after school?
Yes, a very valid question. Right now, it's not only the academics. If I look into the holistic development of the children, it's academics and it is, of course, the co-curriculars, it's their social, physical, emotional development. And as I told you, industry internship programs are one part of it where they learn actually if they want to be professionals in those lines. But career guidance and counseling part, that becomes very very important at this stage in the schools, where we need to have for them right from class ninth and not from class 12th. So class ninth, if we start giving them the career counseling and the guidance kind of programs, where the expert counselors especially, they come and they talk to them, the not only the students but their parents too, because both are important if they want to take something in the future life. So parental counseling is equally important, I feel, and in the schools this is what is the need of the hour: parental and the students counseling and guidance at every step, right from class 9 to 12. That will make a lot of difference for the children to be aware, khas karke what I say, self aware of themselves, that what actually they want to do in life after college or while picking up the subjects in the college.
Yes, in fact, I have also felt that parents' role comes in very pivotal in this, because as myself also as a parent, I feel that I can't be dependent only on school to, train my ward for all these things to be handled.
Yes.
Anyhow, ma'am, how do you think see students whether they are struggling more due to academic pressure or more due to social adjustments when they leave the school?
uh, yes, I think it's both ways. Children more importantly, academically, who are good, they will be good in college too. I am sure about it. But as I told you, self-directed children, we as school leaders need to prepare them self-aware and self-directed children, because see, they are in protected environment, as I told you, but once they go to the college, it's independent. The lecturer will come and take the lecture, but how to manage their own time independently, that is up to them. And if they are not self-aware, they can fall prey again to the peer pressures there. So that is one part where we need to, train them here. And second part, of course, is that we have to mold the children to adapt socially also, because social development is very, very important. They will be adjusted well with their peer groups in that college also, if they manage their life socially also well. They need to understand the good and the bad, the do's and do nots. They should be aware of that. So suddenly you get independence of everything, nobody to monitor there, and then children can go haywire also. That kind of learning and teaching in the schools is required, and that makes a lot of difference if they are socially aware what is good, what is bad for them, and how to manage themselves. Especially self awareness, I always say, for the children, self awareness is very, very important, and this is what we need to inculcate in them right from the small classes up to higher classes.
So here at World University of Design, I have seen students coming from 24 different states of the country, and when they come together and they share room and they study together in a studio environment, I've seen them adjusting to all these things. But yeah, it usually take a protective and mentored guidance for the students. So, ma'am, how do you see a stronger collaboration between schools and universities will help in shaping future of student readiness?
As I said initially, also industry interface, the guest lecture, the summer camp programs for the children, awareness about the higher education, how the things are different from school education to the higher education, that awareness to the children as well as to the parents through orientation sessions in schools, of course. And then, of course, once they join the college, there also these kinds of orientation sessions have to be there. So what is the value system of the school here, they understand, because we are giving them that kind of knowledge about these things. But once they enter the college, the similar kind of orientation programs are required in the higher education also, where they are given this kind of knowledge, that this university or college has these kinds of rules and regulation, these are the values, and there, which, as you said, multicultural, you know uh, things are there, because students are coming from various states, or from various countries also. So global awareness, the one word I would like to say, global citizenship programs, that have to be done in the schools also, and in the colleges also, to make a student aware about other cultures also, and to be accommodating at every step, how they need to mingle with those students, how they can be socially helping each other. So that kind of programs, global citizenship program, which is a very good program. There is a global citizenship program, it's a platform also. Even we have registered as a school with that program, where these children, they have various programs, sustainable programs, they do have certain kinds of activities also they are performing. So it is slowly and gradually, I won't say that all of a sudden there is a change in the school children, but yes, few of them have really adopted it well, they conduct these activities very well, and they are making presentations also, which we also see how they are performing these things. And that awareness of global citizenship is important to adapt to the socially diverse nature of the college and the universities.
Wonderful, ma'am. So my last question, I just want to know what would be one thing which you wish every student know before stepping into a college? Your message to the students.
Message to the students, first and foremost, of course, need to be self-aware, as I always say, that introspect what they want, what values they uphold. And second is that they need to have the universal understanding to adapt to various systems when they go into the higher education, whether it's their classroom lecture, whether it's their hostel life, whether it's adjusting with their peers in the classrooms or adjusting towards the various activities that are held into the higher education also, colleges and universities also, and most importantly that human element, the humanity. First of all, they need to understand to be good human beings. If they are good human beings, I think they will adjust in every situation. They will be able to negotiate the challenges of 21st century skills.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was pleasure to have you as a guest over this particular podcast. And I feel that the students of Jammu Sanskriti School are in good hands. And again, the second thing I felt is that there is a lot of synergy on which we can both work together, me from the
Sure.
university perspective as well. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so much. I hope I could make some sense to your questions, and together, of course, again I'll say the higher education, universities, colleges, and the schools, when they will collaborate and work together, that will be a very smooth transition for the children from school life to the college life. So those
Right. Rightly said.
orientations, counseling, and guidance, that is most important in both the places, whether it's a school or it's a college.
All right, ma'am.
absolutely,
Wonderful
ma'am.
talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rohini ma'am, for sharing your insights. I'm sure all the viewers of Edu TV, whether it is the educationists, the students, or even the parents, are definitely going to benefit about from your valuable insights and inputs. And thank you, Ankit sir, for moderating this enriching discussion.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Tanya.
much, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me once again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
मैंने नहीं बुलाया बेटा